Hi everybody and welcome to video 3 in our Books, Bugs, and Botanicals series. This is my design team project for LineDotArrow for September of 2024. Now there's 3 kits involved that us design team members were given to work with, and then also they're on sale at the LineDotArrow Etsy store. Now one of them is called Books, Bugs, and Botanicals. That's this one. That's the main one that I'm using. Botanical Ledgers Part 2 is one of the other kits, and I did take some pages from there. And there's 20 pages in that kit, 27 pages in Books, Bugs, and Botanicals. And then we also have Books, Bugs, and Botanicals Pink Pastels. So the flowers and stuff are more pink, and there's 21 pages in that kit. Alright, and you can get those at the LineDotArrow Etsy shop. And right now, each one individually is on sale for 25% off. But if you get all 3 kits, you get 50% off. So that's a pretty good deal. Now, this is a challenge month, and so that means several different things. The first of which is that you get freebies. So at the LineDotArrow Junk Journal Facebook group, you will get freebies every week that go along with the kits. And also at the LineDotArrow Ko-Fi shop. Ko-Fi. Excuse me, I discovered it was really Ko-Fi. Like coffee. Or cafe. Anyway, at her shop. And so that's going to be at ko-fi.com/LineDotArrow. Don't worry, all the links are below, and you can check them out. So you can get the freebies. Every week there's going to be a set of freebies for the first 3 weeks of the month at the 2 locations that I just gave you. Now, you can take the freebies and use them to do the challenges. The challenges, there's one every week, and Natalie will put out a video showing you a project that she's done using the freebies. And then you can either do that, or you can do something else using the papers or the freebies. Now, let's see. So you can make your projects with the challenges or the freebies or both. So there's a drawing in each of 5 Facebook groups. And the Facebook groups are SavageArt, TwoSisterJam, LineDotArrow Junk Journal group, Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group. So in all 5 of those groups, they're running a not a competition, but a giveaway. And there's 3 prizes in each, so that gives you a chance to win one of 15 prizes, or actually 5. Because you can win once in each drawing. And last month we had someone that won in 3 of the different drawings. So you can win in more than one drawing, but you can only win once per drawing. And to enter the drawing, you take your challenges or your projects that you've made and you post them in one of the 5 Facebook groups. I recommend posting the same picture in all of them. That's how the other person won. And use the hashtag Books and Botanicals 24. That's hashtag Books and Botanicals 24 in your post. Also, let us know whether you've used the kit or not. Because with all the freebies and the 3 kits and everything, it's going to be hard for us to tell by just looking at it what you've used. So if you use just the freebies, you'll get 1 entry into the drawing for every post. If you use the freebies and one of the kits, or any of the 3 kits, or all 3 kits, then put that in your post and the hashtag, and you'll get 2 entries into the drawing. And if you use just the kits, then use the hashtag and put in kits, and then you'll get 2 entries into the drawings per post. Okay? I made a little list of what order to do that in, and I still kind of messed it up. So now, when we started, we made our folio, we inked it, and we stenciled it. And what is that in there? Oh, that's that paper we inked and put in. This is what we did in video 1, and I added a little bit to it. I put the tag in, and then I put this little piece of ephemera on the tag, and then I put the cloth up at the top, the lace. Then I also, I took the word Botanical off. The glue was still wet, and I put some lightweight chipboard, like a piece like this, behind the word, and then glued it back on, and then that raised it up a little bit. Then I discovered that in the kit there was this little dragonfly piece of ephemera. So I put him on and raised his little wings up. I raised the little butterfly wings up. And then I found this little bee, and I put the little bee on too and raised his little wings up. So the cover is just all kinds of little bugs. And, yeah, and botanicals. So I'm going to set this to the side. I'm not going to glue it on here, and that's because we're going to be working on this. And I don't want to squish I don't want to squish the bugs. Okay, so we've done page 1. And we glued in page 6 so that when we made our pocket, or we're going to glue it in as a tuck actually, but when we get this glued in, then this is already papered. Okay, so we're going to be on page 2. I thought I had these numbered. Oh, I do. It's up under the stenciling. Let me erase that just in case. So we're going to be on page 2. And this is what I've set out for page 2. You know me. So, let's see. Page 2. We're going to be putting a flip up on the page. But we're going to do one of the ones where you glue the gusseted side down, and that way you can open both pages instead of gluing this to the paper. So, let's see. Where's our paper? Where's our paper? You know what I did? I picked out everything but the paper. I did. So let's pick out something to be the paper. It's got to be something. Let's see. It's got to be something you can write on, I would believe. Let's see. Let's get something we haven't used yet. I think this is green. Yeah. Okay. Let's look further in. Can't believe I didn't pick one out. Look at all these papers I picked out. You would have thought oh, F5 is the paper. Oh, but that won't work. Okay. F5 goes on top of the paper unless we find something that we can use. I think we could use this. Oh, but we don't. We're going to end up covering most of it. No, we won't. This might even work better because everything's at the bottom. Oh, but there's nowhere to write. That one would work. Yeah, I think we'll probably use that one. Because the rest of these are the collages and all that. Alright. So this is going to be, let me get the book back. Or do I still have it? I do. This is going to be less than a whole page, or a whole half of a page. So we can go ahead and cut this in half. And the reason I mention that is on one of the pages we're going to use the center of the page. So that's why I didn't cut it in half like all the other ones are cut in half. Paper trimmer didn't want to let go of it. So this will be our bottom page. So let's measure it. We're gonna want to keep this side with the bug. And we're gonna cut this side off. We're gonna cut it off. Let's move it up. So let's move this in. I think we're going to put it in this far. I wasn't going to put a paper down at all, but I guess I have to. Yeah. No, you want to do it in a little bit from there. Okay, let's put this here. So I'm going to go from this corner right here. It's the closest thing I've got to what I need. Okay. Yep, and then we need to round this corner down here. We're going to have to ink it now that we've cut it down to size. I'm keeping my eye on the computer. It worked good for 2.5 days in a row. And then it crashed 3 times. So, alright, then now that we've got this, we don't need this anymore for right now. And we're going to work off of this. And we're going to cut the width of this from there. We want it to be almost the width of the page. Let's leave a little bit on either side. And then for the length, it's rounded there. Well, let's just make it right there. For the length, I went just above where the curve started on the page. So now we're going to put this on this page. I'm going to put it up here. Okay, that'll work. So now we have to ink it. We didn't stencil the one in the middle on the front page. So, I don't know though. This is, yeah, we're not going to stencil this either. If we did, it wouldn't leave us that much room for the paper. This is going to be folded like that. Have to glue it like that. Okay, now this is going to be the bottom. No, this is going to be the top. Trying to remember how I want to do this. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to think how I want to ink it. I think we just want to ink everything. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking even though we don't need to, I think that we're going to round the top corners on this. Been inking all crazy. And this is going to flip up. Okay. Okay. these corners and then re-ink that. Now, this is going to be inked down. So we're going to need to round these as well. So now we're going to need paper for this, and that's going to be this one. And we'll have to round the corners on all these. Then we're going to want to cut it off. Yeah, we want to leave a little bit of an edge when we round it. So we're going to cut it off right there. We may end up having to stencil. Depends on how much shows at the bottom. Yeah. You know, I could have made this longer because I'm going to round it, or I should have rounded it. Because now I can't really. Okay. Let's see if we can get it to where it goes all the way across. I don't know why I just did that. So now you're going to be flipping these up. That one we got lucky Got a little bit on there, but that one's going to be glued down. So let's put glue there. So when you ink, you want to try not to get ink on this center up here. Yeah, no, I have to do it that way. If that was smart, I would have put that line right across there. Okay. I'm going to have some more coffee. Or more coffee. And then because of the way we're doing it, since we're not gluing this down to the page, we're going to have to ink this as well. Or stencil it as well. Now we can go back to doing this. And then we're going to round the corners. It's going to look funny, I'll bet. It's all right. And you see, I have that much glue left. Problem is getting it to act right. So I do have enough to do a couple pages at least, probably more. It's just getting the glue to play nice. Okay. Now we're going to do this one, and we need to put a magnet on it. And we're going to need to do it where it would be if the page was shut and not being pulled. Come on. Oh, it is one. Good grief. I'm trying to push off another one and there's only one there. Okay. And that's our paper. Okay, now on this one I want to get the feather side. So I want to do it from here down. I'm going to push it up just a little bit so when we round it, it looks a little bit better. So we're going to want this one to here. And there's our line there, so we're going to want it about there, probably in just a little further. Then we'll have to round these top corners. We have to ink it. Yeah, so that's going to be glued like that. That's F1, F2, F3. And that's going to be the center of this image. So you can still write on it, but then we still have the flowers. Sorry I've been so quiet. Okay, let's do right here. Right here. And the reason we're making it as wide as possible and we're putting the blue flower in the middle is so that we have as much room around the flowers while keeping the flowers on the page. I think I did. Let me check it on the paper trimmer. Yeah. Now I looked at my pencil mark and saw it until I put it down on here. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong end of the paper. I almost did it again. That looks narrow to me. Oh, I want to do the top. Lost my train of thought. I was just kind of sitting there staring at it. One just didn't seem as big as the other one, so I wanted to make sure it was the same on both sides. Yeah, my inking at the top leaves a little to be desired, but off into some movie thought. That was weird. I'm losing it, you guys. Losing it. Just drifting off. Little thoughts get in my head and off my little brain goes. It's like I'm not making a video. Okay. So now this is going to be number 1, number 2, glue, 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 number 3. We don't need a 5 anymore. I want to get this one. Oops. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Now, I thought for sure we marked off the bottom. But there I go thinking again. There we go. There's a nice something or other. Pocket. Waiting on the glue. Long silences explain my sleeping disorder. My train of thought just goes off. You'll hear me talking about it, but I'll edit it out. Okay. Let's make sure we got this all together here. This is gonna go okay. Now we're gonna glue this on as a side pocket. So it's going to be, I believe, well, we won't be able to do that, will we? Oh yeah, we will, because we're gluing this on. Oh, it won't be a side pocket because we're only gluing the gusset. Had to look around for our front page. The glue splurged over. So now we're just going to glue the gusseted part down. And we're going to glue it to the paper. That would have been mildly embarrassing, wouldn't it? Okay, it's crooked. Make sure I did that correctly. No, it's over to the left. I mean to the right. Let's see if I have enough time to scooch it that way. Okay. So it's going to open like this, and like that, like this. And then we'll have this to write on as well. And we'll glue the paper to the book. Okay. go. Now all we have to do is embellish this page, and I would think that we've got lots of pages to go, so I don't think we should use our last little bee and our last little butterfly yet, even though the butterfly would look good on that plant, wouldn't it? We can always get some butterflies out of my butterfly bin. I have a butterfly bin full of butterflies. Scan and cut the antennae out on this one too. Stupid little antennae. See if we can get some glue out without it going insane. That looks nice. I don't know how much of it's going to stay up, but we don't want to do anything else right now because we want to let the body dry. And I'll put some stuff in here if I can, if it doesn't clash. I wrote glue on the wrong side. So what we want to do here, I wonder if this would fit. No. We want to take a piece of something. Could take this. It's a little big. Trying to put it on these little bitty marks on the printer. The trimmer, and hold it without it being held by the printer. Let's see if this will work. Wow. I still can't figure out how I'm doing that too wide. Well, ta-da! I was still trying to gush out the top. Now I want to line this up with this hole here. We want to line this edges up of the edges of the stripe or the ticket. Nice. Okay. So that'll work. And then this lifts up here like this. And then we have all this writing space here. Okay, so that's all we're going to do for page 2. We'll do a little bit of embellishment, but I can do that off camera. Put a couple butterflies in there. Something like that. Maybe we'll gloss our butterflies. I don't know. It's a lot of butterflies probably to do, but I think we should do it. I think we should. So I will get out. Let me get the brush. There it is. Just a paintbrush. And this stuff called Triple Thick. It's made by DecoArt. Triple Thick Brilliant Brush on Gloss Glaze. Now, if you do it really thick, if you put it on fairly thick, it goes on like glossy accents, and it makes it rounded and big. Or if you overwork it by brushing it out too much, then you get a nice little glaze on there that's shine, and that's the way I like it. So I will do that on the bugs on the cover, and then I'll do this one, and then when we come back, we'll do some of these small pages. Hopefully we can do all 4. Okay? All right, well, I will see you in video 4. Thanks for hanging out with me, putting up with my spaced outness, because it's only 1:30 in the morning. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.